My name is Rita Jacobsen and I have a doctorate in biological sciences. I'm involved in research and development of products here in the Drakensberg where I live.
We all know about bees make honey, but what is propolis?
Well, mankind has developed his antibiotics over the last 200 years, but the bee has been doing his work and developing his weaponry for more than 100 million years. So I suppose we've got something to learn from the bees. I've done research here and into various products made by the bees. We all know about honey because the bees collect nectar from flowers and then they make honey with that, which they store in their hives as a winter food when there are no flowers about.
How do the bees make it?
Okay, the bees make propolis by collecting the sticky gummy substance from barks of trees or from buds of flowers. And they take it back to the hive where they mix it with their saliva and products that they secrete from their mouths, and together with the plant resin that they've collected, the sticky stuff, and also they add to it some pollen grains, and lastly they add oil that they secrete from little glands at the sides of their abdomen. They mix these 4 ingredients up and it looks like a very, very sticky type of substance, and they use that to seal openings in their hives where enemies might come in. It waterproofs the openings, and they also use it to disinfect the hive. Propolis is the weaponry that the bees have taken 100 million years to develop to protect their hives and their babies. Okay, humans have been using propolis for about 3,000 years that we know of. Even the Egyptians used it. They used to embalm the bodies with it because no decay took place when they embalmed a body with propolis that they got from the bees. Even the Old Testament in the Bible praises propolis. It's called Tzori, T-Z-O-R-I, in the Bible. You'll find it in the book of Hebrews.
So what's in this bottle called propolis tincture?
Propolis tincture, as well as taking it per mouth, you can also apply it topically, in other words, onto your skin. When would you do this? Well, whenever you need antibiotics. If you, for instance, have an open cut, you could put propolis on. Now, because it has alcohol in it, it does sting, but it's just for a few seconds and then it's over. And that completely surface sterilizes the site where you have applied to it. It's an amazing product for that, but mostly it's taken per mouth.
What other products do you make from bees?
We have another product called propolis balm. Now, it's well known that many people take beeswax and apply it to their skin. It makes the skin very moist and it keeps it supple, and they use it for beautification. But actually, our propolis balm is much more than just beeswax. We use and we blend in this product certain ingredients that together make up a cream with medicinal properties, as well as the properties of just the wax itself. We use propolis wax, and that differs from beeswax in that it's the wax that we remove from the propolis that have been made by the bees. So our wax is actually made in the factory of the bee. We take that propolis wax and we mix it with some cold pressed olive oil, but there are no solvents. We don't use any solvents with it. Propolis is a unique blend of propolis wax, cold pressed olive oil, aloe vera, and essential oils. Now, it's rose geranium oil. It's all natural products. It's totally organic. There are no solvents in it. And our propolis wax, which forms part of this balm, differs from ordinary beeswax in that it is the wax that we remove from the propolis. So it has the wax properties and it has also medicinal properties. So it's an amazing product. You can use it on your skin. It's very good to be used for rashes, dry skin, itches, bites, wounds, sores, and very good for burns. For Nappy's rash, for instance, it is phenomenal You put this on a baby's nappy rash, and in the evening and the next morning you'll find that the skin has cleared completely. But better than using propolis balm on open wounds, we would recommend propolis tincture or honey.
What about pain easer? What is it?
Okay, this is the product Pain Easer, and what we've done here is we've combined products from the factory of the bee together with the anesthetizing properties of chili. You'll see here that we have made an ointment which we apply to the skin. You'll see it has a roll-on mechanism, so you can get in between your fingers. It really is a pain easer. It has a very, very high content of capsaicin, which is the active ingredient in chili, which deals with pain. And the way it works is that it first stings a little bit, and then it desensitizes, and then it numbs. So that's why it's very good for pain. Our product has been developed with a higher percentage of capsaicin than any other known product. Always the products would contain up to a maximum of 0.1% capsaicin. This product contains 8.4%, higher than you can find in any other pain cream. The problem with all the pain creams in the past is that they would sting too much, but our unique blend takes away that stinging sensation and is used to relieve the pain. Although I say that it doesn't cure the problem, it does have a property that once you've put it on the skin, it increases your pulse rate, it dilates your blood vessels, so it brings more blood and oxygen to the wound area. So it can aid towards the healing of a problem in that respect. The other point about Pain Easer is that if you apply it to a damaged joint, like a torn muscle or tendon, normally one cannot move that joint or that muscle or that tendon because it can bring about more damage. But what this does, it brings about more oxygen, which takes the place of being sedentary. If you still, because you don't want to damage your joint anymore, then you are lacking oxygen being brought to that particular area. The other advantage of Pain Easer is that with the capsaicin ingredient in it, when you apply it to the skin, it relaxes the blood vessels, it dilates them, and it encourages stronger blood flow to the area of injury. This is a great advantage though, because normally if you tear a tendon or a muscle or pull it, often movement of that area will increase the injury. So people are usually advised to be very still for a while and rest the injury. The disadvantage of resting an injury is that there is a decrease in oxygen being brought to that area because your heart doesn't pump so fast anymore. But this being a stimulant will increase blood flow and therefore make up for the sedentary position that you're forced to be in.
How about storage of all these products? Must they be refrigerated?
No, the good news is they don't need to be refrigerated. You can store them at room temperature, and it's just by law that we have to put spoiled by dates that we put best to use before. But actually they last for years and years and years. Now, because the Pain Easer is made of beeswax, it will become much softer when it's warm and get much harder when it's cold. So when this does happen, if you apply it and you find that the ball is dry, there could be two reasons. Either it's got cold and it's solidified a bit, and that's easy to overcome. Either warm it in your hand for a while, or you can stand it in warm water in a cup. And then once it increases in temperature, it softens and it will come out freely. Another reason why the ball remains dry sometimes is that as it uses and the level goes down, an air bubble can form underneath. So in order to get around that problem, you would replace the lid and you tap it very hard on a table or your hand to release that air bubble, and then everything should flow freely.
Is there anything we must be careful about taking these products?
Yes, well, we have to be cautious about letting alcoholics or people who are recovering alcoholics take the propolis tincture, because there is alcohol in it. And you can't take it if you're on medication for alcohol, for instance, anti-abuse. You can't take that. And you can't take it if you're on flagyl, and it's not recommended to be taken if you're allergic to bees in any way. And while we're about it, while propolis might work wonders for you, always consult your doctor before embarking on bee cures. And legally and medically, propolis is considered still to be experimental.